It seems like every single year at this point, car companies come up with new ways to completely shake up the industry. One of the main ways car companies like to show off their latest innovations is through concept vehicles. These cars aren't really made for mass production, at least yet, but they're supposed to represent what the company is going to make in the future. In many cases, the company might make the concept car a reality, while in other cases, they might use elements of a concept car to create some other kind of car. Regardless, concept cars are some of the coolest cars you'll ever see in your life. From BMW's upcoming supersized electric vehicle to a unique vehicle that might become the future of public and private transportation as we know it. Here are 10 future vehicles that will blow your mind. You don't want to miss a second of this video. Number 10. Toyota GR GT3. Toyota might be the world's largest automobile manufacturer, but it doesn't see a lot of success in the world of racing, at least in recent years. However, they've recently come up with one of the coolest motorsport vehicles in recent times, the GR GT3. The GT3 aims to be the most environmentally friendly motorsport vehicle ever made, in stark contrast to the emission-heavy vehicles we're used to. It's most likely going to be a hybrid, although nothing is confirmed yet. Unlike some of Toyota's previous motorsport vehicles, this car will be completely unique, and it won't be based on any of their existing cars. In terms of design, this is probably the most beautiful and futuristic design Toyota has ever produced. Comparisons have been made to the Supra, but the differences are clear. Number 9. BMW iX Flow. What's the first thing everyone notices about a car? Its color. Color plays such a massive role in a car's aesthetic appeal, and it can really make or break the design of the car. BMW, one of the world's top luxury car manufacturers, came up with the idea that their customers don't just have to stick with one color for the rest of their lives. So they came up with the idea of using LEDs instead of paint on their iX Flow concept vehicle. This car has high-quality LED screens all over it, and it can change the color and design almost constantly while still looking sleek and not too distracting. It doesn't actually use traditional LEDs, but a unique technology called electronic paper display, which makes all of the transitions smooth and natural looking. Number 8. Chevrolet Chaparral 2X VGT. Chevrolet is an American icon that hasn't been performing too well as of late. But in recent years, it has been trying to recapture some of its lost glory. One of the ways it's doing so is with the fascinating new Chevrolet Chaparral 2X VGT concept vehicle. This is a race car that would pretty much redefine what a race car could truly be like. This vehicle is powered by, get this, a literal laser. It uses a gigantic laser, which itself is powered by a massive battery and air power generator. Apparently, this gives the car a lot more speed than a regular lithium battery. You won't see this car on the road or on the racetrack anytime soon, but it has made an appearance in video games like Gran Turismo 6, where it's the fastest car in the game. Number 7. Next. The Next is unlike a lot of concept vehicles you're used to seeing. This isn't just a cool looking car, it's something that might just revolutionize the way transport works. The Next is a modular vehicle. It's a squarey shape that's made in a way that can seamlessly connect to other Next vehicles, creating as long of a single connected vehicle as possible. Each Next block would be able to carry up to 4 vehicles, and it would be quite cost effective. Depending on what route the passengers want to take, the Next train or bus would attach and detach, go in its own separate way, or follow the rest without taking up too much space on the road. Number 6. BELLWETHER'S VOLAR-ANTELOPE. Flying cars might seem like they're something that belongs to a 90s movie about the future, but it seems like that future is closer than ever before. The Volar is a private urban aircraft in the form of a car, and manages to incorporate many elements of the automobile, helicopters, and even jet planes into its design. There are no visible wings or propellers on this car, but it's still able to take flight vertically and zoom through the clouds like an airplane. Its compact size means that all you need for it to land is a tiny piece of flat land. It's meant to be used by private individuals within cities and in between cities. Overall, it's one of the coolest flying car concepts out there, and may just turn into a reality soon. Number 5. Buick Gl8 Flagship. Tesla might have raised a lot of eyebrows with your unique Cybertruck design, but there's another company trying to incorporate some of those design elements in an entirely different class of vehicles. Buick is not a company you necessarily call revolutionary, but the Gl8 Flagship is truly a sight to behold. This is a full-sized MPV that's going to send all of the soccer moms into the world into the future. The interior is spacious, features a massive display, and even a Tesla Plaid style steering. The front passenger seat can even be flipped to the back, turning the whole vehicle into a conference room of sorts. Buick only plans on selling this vehicle in China for now, but it's certainly something unique in a category that doesn't get a lot of love from car enthusiasts. Number 4. Geely Homtruck. Geely is one of the largest car manufacturers in China, as well as one of the largest EV producers in the world. In recent years, Geely has tried to take on a segment of the market that traditional EV producers tend to avoid: mobile homes. This massive truck is both a home and a vehicle. It's a level 4 autonomous vehicle that's fully electric. On the inside, there's pretty much everything you'd want inside a home: a comfy king-size bed, a living room, TV, recliners, sofas, a kitchen, and multiple bathrooms. You don't need anyone to drive this vehicle for you or drive it yourself, since it's almost fully autonomous. This might be the way humans live in the future, constantly on the move. Number 3. The Speeder. Even though flying cars are almost expected to become a reality at this point, did you ever think there would be a smaller flying vehicle? Like, say, a flying motorcycle? Well, with the Speeder announced by Jetpack Aviation, it might just become a reality very soon. Since it takes up next to no space at all, the Speeder can take off from practically any surface. It's a lot more flexible than a flying car. On top of that, its lighter weight also gives it a lot more speed in the sky, estimated to be at up to 240 kilometers per hour. The Speeder is currently in its testing phase, but the company is hopeful that it will come out in 2023. Number 2. Hyundai AV Pod. Instead of coming up with a new concept vehicle, Hyundai decided to come up with a concept that would simply change the way cities and roads work. Instead of relying on cars, buses, or trains, people would rely on these cute little pods called the Hyundai AV Pod. Each pod would be able to carry one person, and you would be able to go anywhere you could possibly think of in it without having to walk. But if you need to go longer distances, your pod would attach to a mother shuttle that would take all of the pods to different parts of the city on pre-selected routes. Number 1. Inner space. Cadillacs haven't really come out with anything cool for a long time now, but with their latest concept vehicle called the Inner Space, they might just blow all of the other luxury vehicles out of the water. This is a fully electric, roomy 2-seater electric car that ditches the steering wheel in its entirety. Instead of that, there's a massive panoramic LED screen to take its place and allow you to control certain aspects of the car. The fact that there are only 2 seats means that there's enough space in this vehicle to be sort of like a first-class Emirates seat. The seats can turn into a bed of sorts. The design is extremely unique and futuristic, and it would turn heads in an envy no matter where it is. Alright, comment below which of these vehicles you'd love to see turn into a reality. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to TechJoint, and we'll see you in the next one.